All right, we are live. What's up, OVF family? Welcome out to another Thursday live stream training. This is going to be an awesome one, but I definitely am going to recommend that you get a pen and paper ready, because the things that we are going to talk about here tonight, even the slightest little tweak, the slightest little change to your profile, to your image, to what you're actually showing the world on social media, can mean all the difference between actually making money and making absolutely no money online. And so I'm really excited tonight to share with you guys the core training of really monetizing your Facebook profile by giving it a Facebook facelift, if you will. So before we dive into tonight's training, though, as always, there's a couple of things I just need to go over, a little bit of housekeeping, if you will. And the very first thing I want to do, of course, is just introduce myself. For those of you guys who don't know who I am, who may be brand new to the OVF, my name is Chris Celeste. I am one of the co-founders here, along with my partner in crime, as you can see, Mr. Liam Weissner. Jump on and say hi, brother.
What's going on, guys? Most of you probably already know me, but those who don't, I'm Liam Weissner. I'm the partially psychotic Navy guy.
Awesome. So welcome out, everybody. As I said, this is our weekly Thursday night live stream training. We do this into the group every week so far since we've kicked this group off. We do have some slight changes that are going to be coming here in the future just to provide you even more value. However, we're going to be talking about that at the end of tonight, just to kind of give you a preview of what's to come. But one thing I do want to cover as far as housekeeping goes before we do dive into some stuff here tonight is, if you could, on the post above, you'll see a blue link that says StreamYard on it. When you click on that and give StreamYard permission, it allows us to see who you are, much like David has done here. So we can actually interact with you directly, talk to you, actually have a conversation with you, rather than, and when we get an example, I will show you a Facebook user. It'll just be a blank, gray picture here, and it'll just say Facebook user, and we won't be able to interact with you directly. So please do us a favor and go ahead and do that. That way we can interact with you directly. So I just want to give everybody just 1 minute to jump on. It seems like we are a little low here tonight. And so I'm just going to jump over to the page and see, make sure we're all good. I know David's on, so I know we are streaming. However, for the amount of people, it's very low. All right. Well, it is streaming, so I just wanted to double check and make sure. So we will go on with the show. So as you may have noticed, just jumping on or watching this on the replay now, you may have noticed that Liam and I have a new accessory. We're rocking some new swag. And you may have seen in posts in the past, or maybe even comments that we have dropped on a live stream or, within a post, about some things that are about to come, some things that were going to come. Liam did an amazing post talking about how we are going to be able to not only allow you guys to represent this amazing community and the movement that we're here to make, but also to be able to give back to veterans even more in a huge, huge way. And so there's nobody better to really share with you the story behind how this came to be and how we are here rocking these amazing hats today than the man himself who put it together and was behind the scenes to make it work. When Liam reached out to me and he said, Chris, we should do hats, I said, no, man, we're not ready for that. We're not even close to being, far enough down the road for that. That's something we need to look at later. And, he was convinced otherwise, and we had a conversation. And now you see us wearing these hats here today. So without further ado, what I want to do is just turn it over to Liam and kind of have him share with you the story, the mission, the vision behind what you see here today. So go ahead, brother, take it away.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, so what I want to do was I want to find something that everyone could not have and wear that would help us and help the veteran community. You get to show off your cool new swag, and we get to help the veteran community with the profits. So I hooked up with Lee Bunn, and we came to an arrangement where 100% of our profits will go straight to a veteran charity of our choice. We want to make sure that it's above 75% going to the veterans. And so we came to an understanding. Now we got some cool hats. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I was always excited about the idea of eventually having some swag and having a way for our community to represent the mission that we're on, to help our brothers and sisters to really start creating success, whether it's from home or anywhere that they can have an internet connection and really build a digital business for themselves. And, in the past for me, whenever we had a business and we were trying to buy, swag for it, it was a very different setup. So initially, again, I turned it down. However, I couldn't be more happy and more grateful that Liam took the time to explain to me what was really going to be happening and how it was all going to go down, because these are absolutely gorgeous. And guys, anytime we can collaborate and work together with another veteran owned company, look at this. I mean, look at this amazing stitch work. It has, our logo on the front. It's got the flag on the back, and it's got Operation Veteran Freedom right there on the side, all beautifully stitched in. I mean, beautiful gray, black, and red are my favorite color schemes. So I was already excited as soon as I saw them. Obviously a new favorite hat here. And what's up, John? Welcome out. And so I just wanted to really take a second, guys, let you see them, let you, see what we're about. Know that 100% of the profits for these hats are not going to Liam and I. They are going to a veteran charity. We are right now doing some very deep research to make sure that over 70%, 75% of that profits of the hats are actually going back to a veteran and not to, the board of that charity or whatever it may be. So between Liam and Lee and myself, we're diving deep, making sure we're checking the books and really making sure that we're choosing a charity that's going to be doing the right thing with all the profits we're going to be sending their way from this amazing community and everyone who wants to support this, OVF and the amazing mission that we're on here. So anything else you want to add, brother, before I ask?
Yeah, I know they're thinking it. We paid full price for these too, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, all these donations going straight to a good veteran charity once we figure out which one.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, we didn't get like free hats or a discount. We purchased them at full price as well because we wanted the profits to go to this veteran charity. So we are, we're treating ourselves just like you guys. We don't want to be any different. We're all in this together, and we all just want to help as many veterans as we possibly can. So we appreciate each and every one of you being here. We wanted to give you a way to represent the community, a way to give back, and just another way for veterans to win. So if you guys are interested in giving back to this amazing cause, rocking some beautiful hats, some amazing swag for the OVF, there's different colors, and there's also beanies and stuff available. Just hit up Liam, myself, or David. We'll be able to hook you up with the link, and you'll get to see more about how it's all working out. And with that being said, I have kind of a request here tonight for those of you who are on, and I just want to show you guys what I was talking about. This is kind of what happens when you don't give StreamYard permission or StreamYard's glitching. I know that's happened in the past before too, where StreamYard's just glitching. It's not letting us see who you are. So when tech gremlins aside, if you give it permission, we should be able to see you, much like John and David here earlier. So what I want to do here tonight is kind of give you guys who are here live a little treat, right? It's great that everyone tunes in on replays. It's great that these trainings get hundreds of views. That's a great thing, guys. I love me and Liam do them for that reason. We want you guys to watch them, whether you're watching them over and over again or you're watching them one time, whatever it may be. But here's the thing. For those of you guys who are here live, for those of you guys who are taking the time out of your Thursday night to truly just be here with us, to experience the value, to have the conversation, and to add to everything that we can do here as far as the value we provide, I want to just give you guys a little extra treat. And so we're going to be diving deep into profiles. We're going to be sharing with you. I'm going to be sharing with you my profiles. One of which that makes well over $250,000 a year. The other one that's not far behind it. And I just I share that with you guys, obviously not to brag, but to show you like that I know what I'm doing. I know how to make a profile monetized. I know how to make it very simple and streamlined. And when we operate within the principles of marketing and digital sales, we can really take what some people treat as a hobby or as a time waster or a distraction and actually turn that into something that actually pays your bills or even starts to allow you to live a little bit more of a luxury lifestyle, if that's something that you're interested in. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys here tonight. But like I was saying, for those of you who are here live, here's the treat. I want to offer you the ability to actually get a Facebook profile facelift. All you need to do is say me, capital M-E, right now in the comments. And what will happen is David will reach out to you and get the link so that when we're going through the review, I'll be ready to rock and actually just dive into yours. So again, if you would like for your Facebook profile to be reviewed by us and actually give you tips on how to enhance it and even get yourself closer to monetizing it, then let us know, because we'll definitely be pulling. I see plenty of me's coming in. Me. Hey, what's up? Hey. And so
That's for horses.
it is. And my tortoise, he loves that stuff. So what's my son's tortoise? Let's be honest. He'd get mad if I said it was mine. But let's see. We got plenty of people volunteering, so that's great. David's going to be handling that for me. He's going to just, grab the first 3 people max that really, jumped on it. Urgency. We love action takers. We want to reward that action. So the first 3 that said me, David's going to provide me, go grab you guys the link or hit you up in Messenger real quick and just grab your page link for me. And what I'm going to do in the meantime is I actually want to share with you my pages and what's going on there and a little bit of the psychology behind why it looks the way it does and why that's so effective. And I think that that's really going to help everybody on the call, even those watching the replay. And then obviously there's going to be a nice little sweet bonus for those who are raising their hand right now. So here we go. Let's grab these pages, open them up, and then I will share my screen just so that the bandwidth isn't destroyed. Liam's waiting for his Jeopardy. He wants his soundboard for moments like this. I can already see it. Where's my soundboard? There we go. All right, we'll start with my personal page because I believe that that'll be pretty relevant, if anything, to everyone on the call here tonight, because this page has been built organically. This is the page that allowed me to take a CBD business from 0 to 5K in less than 30 days. It routinely makes me thousands of dollars a month. It's, a very good, easy way to not have to pay for advertisement, but instead pay with your time and get a good result, right? Because at the end of the day, I want everyone on the call to realize that when it comes to getting attention, operating your business, it takes energy to do that. And energy is burnt or used by either time or money when we're advertising. And so what I'm going to show you here first is going to be when I'm spending more time than I am money. And then we'll switch over to one where I'm spending a lot more of my money than my time. So let's do that real quick for you. Let's share my screen. It's about to go into Inception. It looks crazy when it happens. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Liam, you're going to be my eyes, because as soon as I start sharing my screen, I won't be able to see anything but my screen. So just unmute yourself. Let me know if there's any questions, anything popping up, if I'm going too fast, and if there's not, I'll just come back. So first thing I want to share with you guys is my personal page. Now, one thing I do want to point out to you guys is you're going to notice is that they're very similar. My personal page and my business page, or a fan page, whatever you want to call it. Facebook calls them business fan pages. I just call it a business page because I'm not like a celebrity. I don't need fans. I'm just trying to build a business, trying to build a tribe, if anything. So it's a business page. And this one right here, again, they're going to look very similar, but this is the personal page. The only distinction is I use my full name for my personal and I use my which is my actual, just abbreviated name for this one. And it will look different for me because this is my like creator's view. So it's not like if I was on my phone, it would look different. So just a quick heads up. So first thing I want you guys to notice right away, right off the bat, is you can tell who I am. You can tell what I'm about. You can tell that I can help you in some manner. Obviously there would be a picture of me right here. And when you look at it on anything but my desktop, like a mobile device, this picture of me speaking on stage is actually right here. So it lines up perfectly, but on my desktop, it doesn't. So most people are looking at it on mobile. I'll take the win. But you can clearly see I'm a speaker, I'm a veteran, I'm a founder, and I'm a family man. So they can very clearly see who I am and relate to me on multiple different aspects of my life. If someone doesn't care for veterans, they're probably not going to want to talk to me. If someone doesn't care for children, or maybe relationships is something that's super rocky in their life, and they just looking at people who are happy and in love and have children and, are on vacations, like really pisses them off, then I'm not going to be a person for them. And they can see that right off the bat. So it's, very clear. I also take the time to very clearly state what I do, right? I'm a marketer. That's how I make 90% of my money, is I market products, CBD, whatever it may be. I'm a marketer. And then before COVID, I was a public speaker. I did what we call transformational speaking, and I was a facilitator in training for personal development. So I would travel around and speak, and then mentor. One of my favorite things to do, I'm doing it right now, is to teach other people the things I've learned. And there's a quote that I love that says, any man who has been found a way to live an extraordinary life for whatever reason has no right to keep it to himself. And I hacked it up a little bit because it's a very old quote, so it's old world English, but I love it. I think it's perfect. It perfectly explains what we do here and why we try to give back. It's, how dare I be able to like pull myself from the freaking trenches, find a light at the end of the tunnel, and then keep that to myself. Like, I need to be able to share that with other people who are in those trenches looking for that light at the end of the tunnel, especially when we know that 22 statistic. It's not even a question to me. It needs to be said. So I'm out there sharing it. Then you can very clearly get a hold of me. Like, you can take the next step. Now, most people would have to click on an ad or, join our group or do something. However, this is another entry point into the group. I heard Liam on mute. You have something to say, brother?
Yes. Facebook user says, good to know to have 2 pages. I'm a probation officer and a PI. I wasn't sure how to market both worlds.
And that's a great point. So a lot of times too, we work with government contractors or people who work for a school system, and they don't want the 2 worlds mixing. They don't want the 2 worlds kind of colliding on Facebook. And so what we do in that essence, what we can do there is kind of build ourselves a more business-centric page. But I will get to the flip side of that coin here in just a second, because we'll just go there right now. When you're building that second page, when you're building that business page, you need to use paid advertisements on that page. Anything that you do organically, anything that you're just posting like you would on, I'm showing you on my regular page, it won't get any traction. It won't go anywhere. It literally is designed for you to have to pay to play on a business page. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you really want to build a business, then paid advertisements, like I swear by them. I would rather do paid advertisements than organic. However, it's not for everybody. And so I just want to make sure you guys know both options. So let me dive back in. Clearly can get started working with me. You don't have to message me. You don't have to do anything but click this link and you can start literally moving through my business. You can get my free download. You can sign up for a call with me if that qualifies. And there's literally every page qualifies you and tells you, are you this? Let's get started if you are. It doesn't, there's no misleading or misdirection. It's very, very clear. And so I think that it works really well just having this here. And it has been working really, really well for me. So I just want to share it with you guys. The next thing is I'm not afraid.
Can I address something?
Go ahead, brother.
Sorry, I just wanted to say one thing about your banner. I'm not sure if you forgot to mention it or not. But another thing that the banner does is it qualifies people and sorts them out for the type of people that you're looking for. So if they see anything up there that they don't like, it's obviously not someone Chris wants to work with. So it'll automatically disqualify them. That's another purpose of his banner.
100%, brother. Yep. Yeah, goodness. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So next thing down here, guys, I just want to point out, and I can show you in the about section too, because it'll probably just be cleaner and bigger to see. But I'm not afraid to share with people, again, exactly who I am and what I do. You know, I'm not going to tell them my exact address. I have young children, and we all know that not everybody on the internet is on the up and up. There's words like catfish and troll for a reason. So I don't want to ever put my family's lives in jeopardy, but I'm not afraid to let people know, like, I'm a real person. I really exist. This is what I'm about. This is who I am. And I share that with people. You know, I'm a co-founder. I'm a creator. I'm the president of a company. And then you can even go down into the details about me. And I take the time to actually share about who I am and what I'm looking to do. I mean, this might look familiar because my mission's always the same, to help aspiring veteran entrepreneurs. But it's take the time to actually do these things. And it really goes the difference. And I'll show you something else really quick that most people skip over and don't do. Is notice that I'm clicked on my banner. But if you go over here, there's actually a description. Most people just post a banner or just post a profile picture. They don't take the time to let people know, hey, what can I do for you? This is what I want to do. Like, this is what I can do for you. Message me to find out how. Like, it all goes a little bit further when you take the time to give somebody the clear next step. You know, if you're just posting pictures with no description, with no words, you might get a lot of likes. You might get a few comments, but you're not going to get anybody moving forward and raising their hand and saying, hey, I'd love your help. Can you show me how? Like, that's what you're looking for when you're looking to run a business on social media.
Facebook user says, I have always tried to think of something to generate extra income, but I always fall flat.
Yeah, that's actually something that we work very, very closely with a lot of the veterans that are in the inner circle and with inside my boot camp, especially, because you're not the only one, right? That's a very common thing. It's, you know, I'd love to do more. I'd love to make a bigger impact. I'd love to make more money. I'd love to change, XYZ in the world. I just don't know how to go about it. Or, I've tried a few things and they didn't really work. So maybe I'm not doing it right. So we dive deep into these things and we help, not one, always get clarity on, who it is you're trying to help, what it is that the problem you're trying to solve, who are you trying to solve it for, how are you going to solve it? Because without knowing those things, it's very, very hard to run a business or market to anybody. And then from there, it is the product really going to solve the problem? Is it worth marketing? Can you stand by it with integrity? There's certain things that we look for as we move forward, but this is not an uncommon problem. So you're in good company, and we can definitely help you to get more clarity on that. But notice too, clearly I just mentioning who I am. And this is the quote right here, actually, that I was just talking about. When one man, for whatever reason, has the opportunity to lead an extraordinary life, he has no right to keep it to himself. Like, so powerful. It's stuck with me ever since I first heard it. And so, one other thing I do want to point out to you guys that's going to be back here on the actual page itself. So let's go back to the page itself. Is there's a featured photos section. And it's very different from, your actual regular photos that you may have. So right here, you have featured photos. Oh, people are, stop. So you can actually go through your photos and choose which ones are here. These are strategically placed, guys. So this one's the book I wrote that literally is my step-by-step blueprint for veterans starting a digital business. Like, very front and center. I want veterans and anybody else who's like that are looking for that kind of help to know that's what I do. So a front and center, veteran picture, social proof, letting them know, like, hey, listen, I really am a veteran. I'm not just making this shit up. You can really look at my DD-214. You can find out who I really am. this picture just really did well when I posted it. I turned it into an ad. Most of you who are here probably saw this as the ad. It just did really well. My wife and I at Lake Havasu for her birthday, family, my mentor and good friend Aaron Rashkin, mentor and good friend Todd Campbell while we were in Canada at a wedding, my copywriter and good friend Jay Boom, who we're in a good friend of ours' house in Las Vegas. We were doing freelance training. They were paying us to, come in every other month and do these huge intensive trainings. And that's me in Bali at a, event that I was speaking and facilitating at before COVID and all that happened. And then down here, what you have is just your regular pictures that everyone or anyone can post or upload or have in there. But when people are scrolling through, one of the first things they'll see are the actual pictures you choose for them. And you can edit up to 9, as you can see, and make it so that people can actually see who you are. So I wanted to point that out to you, that you can definitely, leverage that. Also, you want to be growing your list, right? The smaller your friends list on Facebook, the smaller, the reach you'll have, the smaller people, like amount of people that will actually see it. So you want to constantly be growing this, and you also constantly want to be what we call recycling it. So, I'll get to 5,000 friends and then I'll remove 1,000. I'll get to, 4,000, I'll remove another 500. Like I'll just constantly be removing people who are, one, just taking up, wasting space in my newsfeed, just posting stupid stuff that either I'm not about or I don't want to see, and it's just wasting my time. So I just get rid of it, remove them. Or they're not engaging with my stuff. Here at the end of the day, Facebook for me is a business. It pays my bills. It allows my family to live the way we do. It allows me to have the money to run businesses, to be here and train and help other veterans. And so I treat Facebook very seriously. It's my business. And so again, I recycle my list quite a bit. And I used to post about it, and then it just got boring, so I stopped posting about it. So and that's just, one more thing I want to add though on personal page before we jump over is that, again, this is going to be taking more of your time than your money. You're going to need to be consistent when you're posting. I'll show you back before I turned on paid ads again, and I was running all organic traffic to my CBD business. I will show you how often I was posting. It's going to take a while. So I still post quite a bit. Now it's just not, I'm not organically trying to market on this page right now. So I don't have those posts up as frequently. What's that?
So
Liam, if you want to add anything while I'm finding it, that'd be a good, nice little something for everybody's add value.
I don't know where to begin. You've been doing a really good job. I've been just trying to keep up as well. I learn new stuff from Chris all the time as well. We've been working together for a while now, and we're still learning from each other and growing more and more. So everything, if you go into a situation, you're not learning something, you did something wrong. Whether it's good or bad, you learn something in every situation you encounter.
Yeah. So I won't go back too much further, just for the sake of everyone's time. But as you can see, like, I was actively advertising. I was making the leaderboard every single month, but I was being consistent. September 9th, September 10th, September 8th. I'm posting every single day. September 7th, whether it's, well, that was Labor Day, so I posted twice. This one had a little bit of a gap. Must have been the weekend. I go camping. I live my life, guys. I go camping and have fun with my family and spend time with my son and my daughter and my other son. Like, I just live my life. So I'm not always online, but I'm very consistent and consistent enough in what I do that I monetize it. I make really good money posting and getting people's attention and figuring out how to help them, or getting donations, or doing anything like that. I can really leverage my personal page to do those things. But the next thing I want to show you is kind of my favorite, the bread and butter, really what I cut my teeth on when it came to advertisement. do organic off the bat. When I first got started, I literally paid for a program that they taught us how to do paid traffic right away. And so I've been doing paid advertisements. I've been paying Facebook to advertise one business or product or another for me now for almost 3 years solid. And I've spent well over the 6 figures with them in advertisement. And it's been still to this day my best return on investment for any dollar I spend to get attention on my business anywhere. And I'm going to share with you, and again, they're going to look very similar, but this is the business page. And this is the one I've actually spent more time and energy in building as far as a business. And you'll notice it's probably why it's got about 3, maybe 4,000 more people on it than the other one. It's because I do spend a lot more time here than I do anywhere else.
Chris, Facebook user wants to know how you get paid.
So there are 2 different ways that I'm currently talking about that I can get paid. And it's a great question, so I'll break them both down for you. One is affiliate offers, things that, other people have built that all I need to do is drive attention to, solve a problem for somebody, and I get paid a commission for that. Now, those get direct deposited into my account. I have a couple different offers that I run that way. And like clockwork, it drops into my account and it's there for me when I need it. The other option that I do is because I do own my own companies and I do have to process my own payments for my own products. I use what is called Stripe. The other option is kind of like PayPal that you can use. There's a couple other merchant accounts out that are very easy to use with the software that we love because it's automated. And so I personally love to use Stripe. It connects right into my ClickFunnels account. And then any, funnel or business or page that I build, it's simply, someone clicks on it and Stripe and ClickFunnels handle the security. It's a secure checkout. Their information is protected. I don't have to worry about it. And, the money automatically goes into a Stripe like holding account. And then, if it's a credit card, 3 days later, hits my account and the money's there, just like a direct deposit would be. So it's not so much like I have to go out and collect all of this money all the time. A lot of it's done behind the scenes, simple click of a link, click of a button, and the product either delivers directly to that person or to their inbox or whatever it may be. Happy customer, and then I get paid, within 3 days to 7 days of that time. How do you build? That's a whole different beast. That's for sure. I have an entire boot camp that I built around doing exactly that because it is, it's the fundamentals of how you actually build this entire business. So I don't want to dive too much deeper into that. Those can be questions we can reserve for another time because I do want to get into the core of tonight's training again, which is the Facebook profile, making sure you can monetize it. And, we can make another training about, actually I have an announcement we'll talk about later. So as you can see, again, banner is exactly the same, except for I actually uploaded the picture here now because it doesn't have that cool drop down effect that the other one did. About Chris, here's another picture of me speaking on stage. Excuse me. It tells you, again, exactly who I am, just like the other page, very clear, very concise. I want everyone who clicks on this page to know exactly who I am and what I'm about. And like Liam mentioned earlier, I want those who accidentally show up here to immediately click off or go away and go find somebody who can help them because it's not going to be me. And let's not waste each other's time. But you can very quickly send me a message. I can edit this button, as you see. I can have it so they, do different things other than send me a message. I can have them, book a call with me, which might be something I change it to here soon because I'm been doing a lot of game plan calls here recently. Learn about my business, which is basically just a learn more button. But next thing I want to just point out to you guys is that on this page, you may notice that significantly more people that like this page, a lot more people following this page. But check this out. You'll notice that this has got 30,000 reach. It has over 1,000 likes, 81 comments, 47 shares. But then you go down here. That's just the Halloween one, so we'll skip that one. That's not really going to get a lot of traction. But let's go down to one that's more like a regular post. Let's go to posts. It's giving me a hard time scrolling. So again, remember, like you saw, there was 1,000, engagements, if you will, likes, likes, loves, or whatever you want to call them, on that post, and then 81 comments. And then if you scroll down, here's just a regular post I did. I didn't boost it. I didn't put any money behind it. I can boost it if I wanted to, and I got 5, right? So why is that? Why is it that a post that's to the same audience about the same thing, it's about the same group, it's about the same message, it's about the explosive growth that we were seeing, when we were running people directly into the group, and no love, right? Why is that? Well, just like I was saying before, when you're on the business side of Facebook, which is what this page is designed for, it's pay to play. Like, they want you to boost the post. They want you to put money behind it. What I will tell you is that of all the platforms I've advertised on, of all the, different ways that you can get reach in the social media world, Facebook is the best for your return on investment for your reach, from what I've seen. So, what you can do here for $5, $10, will cost you significantly more on a different platform to do the same exact thing. So I really love Facebook. It's very easy to, advertise on, get the message out there, and their detailed targeting system's phenomenal. So it's, very easy, again, to grow a business using one of these pages. And so I just wanted to show you kind of the difference between the two. There's really not much on this one because I don't have to upload content constantly on here. I can just kind of upload it every now and again, and it'll get some love. People can go on here and receive the value, which I do. I'll get random likes and comments way later, like months or weeks later after I post it, from people who went back through and they were scrolling my page to see who I was, to see what I was about, saw something they liked, clicked on it, and then, got into my realm of influence, if we call it, for a while there, or stayed there. So
I want to make one little caveat to your paid advertisement statement. Yes, it can be very successful, but that's only if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be very, very expensive.
100%. And that's, something that definitely needs to be said, definitely needs to be mentioned. That's my training, right, guys? That's where I've made all of my money. That's where I've mastered the art of digital advertisement, is running paid advertisements through Facebook. So for me, that is the best way to do things. I understand it. I understand how it works. I can leverage it to my disposal, to my benefit. For those of you who have never done it before, like Liam was saying, it absolutely can take your lunch. And for most people, it will, because you don't understand the little, again, minute things that you can change, just like a profile page, that'll just change the game for you. And so I just wanted to share with you guys the difference, show you a couple of things. One thing I did want to point out that I didn't before is profile pictures. Notice, yes, I will wear sunglasses, and I will put pictures of myself in sunglasses on posts. But my profile picture, you can always see my eyes. You will always see the whites of my eyes. It'll always be a very clear picture of me. That way, there's no huss, fuss, catfishing, or anything about it. You know exactly who I am. You can see the whites of my eyes. You can see my face, and it's much more relatable. And I want to really bring that up because if you look at just the OVF group alone, 90% of our members, 90% of the people who are inside of our group using Facebook have some sort of picture that is not a person. It's a flag. It's a picture. It's a painting. It's their children or a dog, but it's never them. And I'll tell you right now, if you want to monetize Facebook, you're going to want a very clear picture of you on that page. People don't buy from dogs. People don't buy from random children. What's up, Liam? You have something you want to add in?
Yes, just had a question. They want to know, can you focus your advertising to a specific state? Short answer is yes. I'll let Chris get into the detailed answer.
Yeah, that is the answer. Yes. We can get down to the zip code. Like you don't even like if you've never gone into Facebook's advertising platform, I'll just give you a quick rundown. Their detailed targeting is like micro detailing. You can get down, you could target somebody who's 17 years old who makes over $30,000 a year that lives in Spokane, Washington, that's been divorced and has 2 kids. Like you can target that person. It's very, very specific, and it makes it so that when you understand your avatar, like I'm always telling you about, understanding who you want to talk to, the problem you want to solve, how you're going to solve it. When you understand these things, when you have clarity on that, and you can craft the message to speak to that, and you partner that with the detailed targeting inside of Facebook, that's when you have insane returns on investments. That's when you have 6-figure a month business, 7-figure a year business. That's when you really start to bring in, amazing results and help a lot of people on a massive scale, is when you understand all of those things together. Which is a lot of the reasons why Liam and I take the time to dive deep into all of these different things with you guys, is that it takes all of it together to really make the results you want. It takes all of it together to really start to see the life-changing results that so many of us are after on this call. It just, if you try one thing here or one thing there, you might get some results, but when you really put these things together, that's when you start seeing that kind of what we call ATM style money, where you're just it's feeding you money. Put $1 in, it's giving you 8 back. You're putting $10 in, it's giving you 100 back. And it's a beautiful thing when you master it. So we did have some volunteers. I do want to give people the option, probably going to be able to get to 2 of them. So what I'm gonna have to do is actually jump over here to Facebook. And dive into the group so I can grab these links. We're 1 person away from 600, guys. And look, there's one waiting. That might be our 600th person.
Another thing is, when you're running paid ads, you can have everything but one little small detail missing, and that'll be the big difference from making money to losing money.
Yeah. David, if you can send them to me in Messenger chat, that'll work. And in the meantime, I'll stop sharing my screen and answer some questions.
You got a new comment up there too. There you go.
I wasted my GI Bill on a marketing degree. Oh, well, this stuff is great. Yeah, John, unfortunately, you're not the first marketer, whether they're a veteran or not, who had gone ahead and got themselves a degree and then realized that it didn't even mean anything, right? Because here's the thing that those of us in the trenches understand, is that something like Facebook or YouTube or even Snapchat or Twitter or any of those out there, these are ever evolving, almost alive platforms. And by the time that a professor or a institution okays a curriculum or puts it together and gets it to the student, the platform has evolved so much that advertisement, though that information maybe was great at the time, but it becomes obsolete so quickly that we're in a digital age now, that if you're not learning directly from somebody who is actively doing it, then your information is outdated. Like, it could be somebody who was having success 6 months ago, but if they're not actively still marketing, the market could have changed so drastically that what they're teaching you doesn't actually do anything. And so that's, even more drastic when you start talking about going to an actual institution, one that's accredited, because they got a lot of red tape they got to go through before they teach you anything. And so, you know, by the time they get through that red tape and it actually gets to you, it's outdated. It's completely outdated and useless. You know, that's why what we do is so great, you know, and it's one of the like most booming industries out there is digital sales and marketing education, is because you can't get it in a college. You need to go out and get it online. You need to go out and get it from people who are actually using it. Like, think about this for 1 second. You are sitting here today because I know what I'm doing. And I don't say that to brag. I say that hopefully to switch your perspective a little bit. Like, I actively market myself every single day and my businesses. And that is the reason why a lot of you are sitting here today, because I'm actively doing that every day. Liam, same exact thing. Liam, you have anything you want to add to that? I'm going to jump over to the chat and grab those.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, how many times would you say the marketing landscape has changed just in the 3 years you've been doing this?
Let's see. Since I've been marketing in 3 years, we've had 6 major slaps where, you know, for whatever reason, Facebook or YouTube, Google technically, decided, you know what, we don't think that this is any compliant anymore, or you know, we're changing our policies so you can no longer advertise this anymore. And then the next thing you know, you're completely without a business, you're completely shut down, you're dead in the water. There's just so many variables that can go into that, right? And then there's also, you know, maybe the idea of direct marketing a product to somebody using Facebook's actual ad campaign builder is working. Maybe that's something that's really working for you, but maybe you can get a much better return on your investment if you do it organically, or what we would call a dark post, which makes it look like someone's friend just posted it in their newsfeed, not a business, right? So there's like certain things, and then there's times where dark posts don't work, right? There's times where, you know, the algorithm is set up that it wants you to be advertising using Facebook's creatives, not doing dark posts or using, you know, posts from the newsfeed. So it just changes all the time, and you have to be out there marketing, putting money into it to know that. And that's where, you know, having someone like myself or Liam or my mentors that I pay to help me get to the next level are so useful and so beneficial, right? So let me just field some questions quick, and then we are going to dive into these 2 profiles I have pulled up. We got great content tonight, guys. Amazing value. This stuff is getting a PhD in marketing. Hell yeah. Love it. I've worked with a marketer who is widely known. It truly pays off to work with someone who has done it and knows what the common mistakes are. Yes. Getting to jump over those growing pains and, you know, not fall on your face and go into those pitfalls is an amazing thing, and something that only a mentor can really do for you. And we got one more. It said, can this style of ads work for charities? Yes. So the marketing principles, the principles of marketing and digital sales are universal. Getting someone's attention, getting someone to make a decision, all of these things are, yes, they're all mental games. They're all in the mind, but it is you can speak if you want to say something.
The hat is literally what we're doing with that too.
Yeah.
We are marketing the hat.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it
guys,
is
like,
going all to charities.
we use our skills to market to charities. I use my skills to raise donations. I'm the vice president of a nonprofit for homeless veterans. Like, I use my skills in a lot of different ways, charities being one of the main ones. You know, and Liam, excellent point. Like, that's exactly what this is. You're probably like, we wanted to give OVF, you know, obviously a huge thank you to you guys and give it back to you first, and have you guys have first dibs to give back to the community. But I don't want us to stop there. How dare we not try to give back as much as we possibly can and only limit us to just this group? You best believe that we're going to be advertising these hats to the world to help support our mission, to help support you guys and other veterans out there in need. And you're going to see us doing that. That's going to be completely charity. We see none of those profits. That's going directly back to a veteran. So, you know, like I said, guys, we're in the trenches applying everything we teach you and talk about. So I'm outside my career field, but my 4-year degree is beneficial. Hey, nothing wrong with the degree. If anything, it shows you have the discipline and dedication and the personal accountability it takes to see something through. Even if that degree isn't, you're not applying it in a field that you want to be or whatever it may be. I mean, it shows a lot, right? It shows a lot. So let's jump into these pages because we got about 10 minutes left. And I do have one last thing I want to share with you guys. Liam and I want to share with you guys before we call it for the night. So let's jump on over. And I appreciate you guys sharing that you're receiving value. That's why we do this. So it's always awesome to hear you guys are receiving that. So the first person we have up tonight is going to be Kenneth. I'm so bad with last names. I even hack up Liam's sometimes. And one of my old buddies, Kenny Alicia, I say Alicia because it's not how you really say it. And he probably could just beat me up any day of the week if he really wanted to, but I just mess his name up all the time.
McCrellis?
What's up?
Is that how you say it? McCrellis?
McCrellis. Well, Kenneth, let's dive into your profile here. So first things first, if you don't have a business yet, if you don't have a brand, if you don't know yet who you are and what you represent, a very beautiful backdrop of you would be good here. Before there was ever an OVF, before there was ever a DVI or anything really, I had a picture of me walking in front of what we call Horseshoe Bend, which is a piece of the Grand Canyon. So it was a beautiful backdrop, and then just me. So having a beautiful piece of scenery here, if you don't yet have a banner that can represent you, is a good option for now. However, I will tell you right here, this profile picture, although it is dope, I love it. It is not effective for running a business or monetizing your Facebook profile. If you're going to be doing a profile picture, you want to be able to be you and at most one other person. Whenever, I would recommend it just being you. And you want to be able to see the whites of your eyes. You want it to be close enough so that we can actually, just like this, where we can see her. You want to be able to close enough so you can see those whites. That's what I'm talking about. So whoever this Henson brand dealership is, Henson's got it on lock. So just wanted to give you that little bit of advice. I would definitely also take the time to really break down like who you are and what you're about. Houseman at Ocean Conference Center is good, right? But what is it what are you trying to branch out and do now? Like you'll notice on mine, it does say that, I used to be a manager at my restaurant. I used to do other things, but I also provide a service online that is unique. And so if you don't yet know that, Kenneth, I think that that's going to be your very next step, is really figure out what it is that you're in OVF for. What is that digital business that you're looking to build for yourself that could really help you and your family and the people's lives you're trying to impact really set themselves free. Also, right here, you're starting to build your feature photos, which is good. However, I would also remember you want to have it more business centered. You want to have it more along the lines of, what you're passionate about and the impact you're trying to make. So that's not really confusing when we come here. Because if I were to come here right now, I really just don't know anything about you. I don't know, I can't even click on here and tell you of these people who you are, right? So it's very confusing. And I'm not going to really take the time to dive deep into it. I don't know what you can do for me, so I'm not going to try. And so that would be me if I was coming here just as like a regular person trying to figure out what it was all about. You've got a lot of stuff here from this dealership. So maybe that's something that you do. I'm not really sure, but it's very confusing. And as you notice, when you go to mine, it's very clear, very crisp, very concise on exactly what it is I do, who I am, and how I can help you. So just keep that in mind. And I appreciate you taking having the courage to submit to be reviewed. I appreciate that. I know it's not easy for anybody, even myself, to kind of sit through a critique sometimes. Not all feedback is what we want to hear, but feedback is always good. So, Kenneth, thank you for taking the time. I will just give you some things real quick. One, start working on putting more featured photos here that really represent who you are and what you're about, right? As long as, you know, it's relatable to you and it makes sense. I don't know how King of Thrones would be, but maybe it's because you don't have enough up here for me to understand it. So just get more descriptive. Let's go in here too, and let's see real quick, you know, in your details. Yeah, see, you take some time to like really let people know who you are and what you're about and how you can help them. It'll go a world of difference and really set you apart from everybody else who's just out there like cold spamming and cold messaging people. Like when you post something and it catches someone's interest and they click on your profile to see if you're a real person and what you're about, and they start to see like that you're actually about what you're talking about, they're way more likely to actually take you seriously and want to jump on a call with you, or, you know, take the next step, or, you know, actually use your help. So hopefully that's making sense for you guys. Everyone gets my last name wrong. I appreciate it, man. And again, I really appreciate that. And the last one we're going to do is going to be Jamie. Actually, Jamie's name is very familiar. I think I have a call at Jamie coming up very soon, because his name seems very familiar, or I just welcomed him into the group, one of the two. So check this out. I used to have a Willys Jeep before I traded it in for a Suburban. That's pretty dope. Yeah, Wranglers are awesome. So that's a pretty cool picture. You already got my attention. However, I will tell you right now, as funny and adorable as a dog always is, you want a clear picture of your face here. You want to really be able to see who you are, whites of your eyes, you know, whites of your teeth because you're smiling. Really make it so that you understand that. Oh, I appreciate you doing a watch party, brother. That's awesome. That's how you share this. That's so cool. So independent consultant. So very, very limited in the information about you. And I get, guys, like, so Liam and I, we work with a lot of veterans, obviously, right? So I get that, you know, we're very protective, very private, especially those of us with PTSD. We don't want a lot of people to know our stuff. We don't want people to know what we're about. We try to protect our family. However, I will tell you this: if you're going to use your Facebook profile to make money, you're going to have to get over that, or you're going to have to build a separate personal page. Again, you want to do personal if you're going to do organic. That's going to be centered around your business, because you're going to need to share. You're going to need to show yourself. You're going to need to post. Otherwise, no one's going to take you seriously. No one's going to want to know. Like, no one's going to know what you can do for them or take you seriously. So, again, these are going to be your, you know, feature photos are going to drop in here. Look, sounds like Liam's unmuting. What's up, brother?
Yeah, I just want to touch on the personal information real quick. As former intelligence that worked for the NSA when I was in the Navy, they already have your information in one form or another, and your information is way more accessible than you realize. So just by putting a couple things on your Facebook profile is not going to change a damn thing. Sorry to tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think they removed your option to remove the battery from your phone? Because they didn't want to remove the option for them to listen to you. They already know everything you're saying and doing.
It still works even for a little while after your battery is removed, by the way. Just putting it out there.
So, I mean, we think we're getting over on them, but we're not. And here's the thing. I already know that I'm operating in integrity. I'm not, you know, soliciting or doing anything negative that's going to really get me in trouble. You know, the worst thing that happens is people think I'm selling cannabis because hemp looks like cannabis. They're cousins. They look identical. That's the worst thing that happens, right? So I'll take it. I mean, I get to help way more people's lives and get to live the life I want because of it. And so it's a win-win. And therefore, I will keep charging forward. So yeah, we do have a call. Cool. I'm excited to jump on that call with you, brother, because I'm about to find out a little bit about you right here on your page. So life event, started a new job. Did you know? So it's very, very basic. There's not a lot that really tells me who you are. It's a lot of sharing other people's stuff or being tagged in other people's stuff, which is fine, which is exactly what my Facebook page looked like 2 years ago. Oh, I love the beard, dude. We're gonna get along real well. Not that we don't already, but let's go in here real quick and look at the about. Yeah, see, he took the time to actually put in consultant, which is good. So we know that, you know, what he does. He's a freelance independent consultant, however you want to look at it. And a lot of times, what this means is like MLM, right? What we do here at, you know, with My Daily Choice and the things that we do with HempWorks and CBD is probably going to be, you know, in the same realm as what this Airborne is. So usually independent consultant, to me, I automatically think MLM. And so details about Jamie. So I would actually, this is a good, like, quick fix, and you know, doesn't take a lot of thought or effort or time. But I'll tell you right now, when you take the time to like really tell people what you're about, share with them how you can help them, and really like set that tone for them, it goes way further than, you know, just hit me up and I'll answer any questions. Some pretty
It makes me think that a dating app would be a good analogy. If you don't put too much detail in, you can't find the person you're looking for.
right. And that's one thing that I have learned. And, you know, Jamie, thank you for sharing as well. Some very quick things is going to be change his profile picture, get your face up there, change his about section, definitely share with people how you help others. What is it? What's the problem you're solving? Who is it you're solving for? Be very clear here for them so they know, oh, wait, you know what? That's me. I need that help. And they'll go right here and they'll message you. Boom, done. And it's, you know, good to go. So very quick, very easy things for you to do that'll they'll help with your presence online right away. Really monetize that page. And then if you go into one of our previous trainings that we did, I believe it was 2 or 4 weeks ago, because every other week we do kind of a skill set. We talked about getting people's attention and writing posts that really, you know, get your perfect customer to move 2 weeks ago. And that will go really well with what we're doing here, right? So think about it for a second. You use that training and you write yourself these posts. You get really clear, which was another training that we did. You get really clear on who you want to talk to, the problem you're going to solve, and how you're going to solve it, right? Then you write a post that gets that exact person's attention and gets them to, you know, go to your page or messages you, or they see that post, they resonate with it. They want to know if you can really help them. They want to make sure you're a real person. So they click on your page, and now your page is actually set up to look like a business. It's actually set up to look like a professional on social media who is going to actually be able to help them, rather than somebody who, you know, either just gets or shares other people's content or trolls other people or, you know, gets distracted or any of the things that we see other people doing on Facebook all the time, right? Either wasting their lives distracted in the scroll or getting some sort of joy from trolling others and wreaking havoc online, right? As we see that all the time with both. So let's stop my share. So before we close out here tonight, guys, let me know, did you receive value from our Facebook profile facelifts and really showing you like the difference between having a Facebook profile as a hobby, basically, or something that you kind of just use, or really having one that like sets the tone and shares your presence and really tells the world like who you are and what you're about and how you can help them? Because here's the thing that I've learned helping hundreds of people start businesses is that you will never see a result if no one knows you can help them. You could have the best program, products, coaching service in the world, but if no one knows you have it, it doesn't matter, right? And so I'll leave it at that, guys. Let me know, did you receive value? If you receive value here tonight, comment value for us. Let us know that, you know, you're liking topics like this. These are things that you're receiving, you know, actionable steps from, things that you could start to really put into your life and business. Because if so, you know, we'll keep bringing the value. We'll keep providing you more and more trainings like these. And so just let us know. We're getting to thank you.
I was gonna say, just a heads up, Chris's TBI gives him partial psychic ability, so that answers that.
You know what's funny is that after last week, and I told Liam this, I've already told Liam this. After last week, I will never ever get on camera or on anything again without taking these bad boys at least 30 minutes before. I cannot believe how many times last week I lost my train of thought. It was insane. But I'm on point now, and I really like. I don't know what it is about coffee berry itself, not coffee bean, because that's, has its own properties that the world loves, but the berry. And I don't know, this company has it patented, so we can't even like try to recreate it or anything. But yeah, I don't know. Coffee berry, man. It's my new favorite supplement, no doubt. It's like,
it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's in a bottle for sure. So we got, never mind, you answered my question. Okay, yeah, so we do have a call. That's cool. I can't wait to jump on that call with you and really dive deep into what's going on and where you want to go. All right, now we're getting some definitely value. Perfect. All right, well, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your Thursday night to be here. I know we did go a little bit over, but I wanted to really make sure we got everything in and really, honor those that are able to get on here live and really just kind of give them some actionable steps on their page, things that we would do right away to really help them start monetizing that page quickly. And then obviously, like we were saying earlier, when we put all these pieces together, when you get clear, when you get the attention and write the right post, when you have the page that is professional, when you properly, posture yourself and interview properly and qualify people properly, you have a very successful and fun business. And we've talked about all of these things separately because honestly, there's no way to do it all in 1 hour and really provide that value. So we're getting David, Team OVF, saying always great value from you guys and appreciate you, brother. And we're also getting a nice swag, nice headgear, by the way. So appreciate that, brother. I'm guessing with the wink that might be Lee. So we can't really tell from this end who is the man behind the stitch.
I just want to thank David for stepping up last week and getting on when I couldn't because I was too sick. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank him again.
Absolutely. He definitely earned his first 24 hours. he was in the fire, bro, which was nice. So, and just again, guys, on the topic of the hats, if you want to be rocking some OVF community, rock the swag, and have all profits go back to a veteran charity, then let us know. We'll be providing that link to you guys. It'll also be, featured in the units here very soon as a piece of, permanent content inside the group for everyone to really know, like our own little store section for everyone to really give back even more and also get to rock like some really, really awesome looking hats and maybe some other stuff in the future we shall see. So what I want to just really share with you guys before I have, Liam kind of close this out and then, we'll end it for the night is, as always, Liam, myself, and now David, we meet behind the scenes. We chat. We are in Messenger or on Zooms or, working it out, whether on video or on a message to really figure out how to bring you guys the most value. And as I was just saying, an hour really isn't enough time to like deliver the full package, to really give you like the pieces together to really make it work, right? And so we've done it a couple of times in the past now with great success, and we've seen some amazing things happen. And we decided, what would happen if we just decided, instead of doing a Thursday live stream next week, if we did a Saturday deep dive training. And so again, it's going to be free, just like the live stream, but we're only going to give it to 30 people. Because when we dive deep into these trainings, when we really show you how to make all these things work together and have it work quickly for you and get the result that you need, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of our time, energy, and focus. And between Liam and I, if we were to do any more than 30 people, you would not receive the value that we're looking to deliver to you. We really want to make sure that you understand how this works so you can effectively operate a business. And so what we're going to be doing is next Saturday, next Thursday, there will not be a live stream. There will be no regular live stream into the group. It will start again the following Thursday, right back up again, 6 p.m. PST, regular time. We'll be delivering the value here as usual. But what we wanted to do is just kind of an extra special training for you guys, is offer you a completely free business breakthrough on a Saturday so that more people can attend. There was no conflicting work schedules or school schedules, and really allow those who are here to start a business, those that are here to really use digital assets to change their lives, to create passive income or create a better future, to start doing that. And so again, we're going to limit it to 30 seats. We're going to have 30 people join us. It's going to be 100% free. And just be prepared to bring a pen and paper and sit a few hours, because we are going to lay it all on you from A to Z. Get clarity, get your message. We're going to really put all the pieces that you guys have seen all together for you, and allow you to, really get out there, get the results, and have that business breakthrough that, most of you are here for. So if you're excited about that, write BB in the comments for me. Let me know you're excited for a business breakthrough next weekend, rather than a live stream into the group, where we're going to be able to really dive a lot deeper. And based on, the amount of people we usually have on our live streams, I think that this is going to be those people who are the ones that are showing up, the people that are the ones that are here for a better life, that are serious about the resources and the experience and the knowledge and the coaching that we can really offer. And so I'm really, really excited not only to get to dive deeper into this stuff with you on Saturday, but to really just get to know you guys. Because tell you what, there isn't a single training that we do like that where we aren't having fun, where we aren't laughing, where we aren't having a good damn time. Like Liam and I have a good time just in any hour we're here with you. And so imagine a few hours with us and really just diving deep into this mind to mind and Liam's mind. Like Liam was saying earlier, we're teaching each other things all the time. Liam knows way more about sales than I do. And there's certain things that I do in my everyday marketing and business that Liam's like, oh, well, that's this piece of sales psychology. And I'm like, oh, good to know. Like, I didn't realize I was doing that. Like, that's just something I do. So it's fun. It's a lot. And I'd love to share that with you guys, right? Liam and I would love not only to educate you, not only to help you, but to share in like just some camaraderie and good old fun together. So if that's you, we're already getting some BBs. I got a lot of questions. We usually have quite a few answers as well. So you can definitely suggest one. We have quite a few, like a list of some that we're vetting out right now. Again, we're diving into the books. We're making sure that these charities are everything they say they are, and that majority, more than 70 to 75% of that money that we're donating is actually going to the veteran in need. So absolutely, we take suggestions, but just know that, we have our charities that we've worked with in the past or that have made an impact on our lives that we're looking to give back to, but we'll always keep other ones in mind. Absolutely. We got a lot of questions, says Facebook user. I think we already clicked on that one. So here's the thing, and we'll just touch on this really quick, and then I'm going to hand it over to Liam. As always, OVF was founded not only to be here to have camaraderie and to lock arms and to support you in growing a digital business, but we're also here to answer those questions, to provide you some clarity, and to really assist you to moving forward and having the digital success you're looking for. And so if you have not had an opportunity to actually talk to Liam or I, whether it's in Messenger or on Zoom or on the phone, and really ask us questions or figure out a game plan or do any of the things that Liam and I are doing every day inside and out with veterans inside this group, if you have not done that yet, then message myself, message David. Matter of fact, all you would have to do is just say 3 right now in the comments. If we see a 3, you'll get one of the OVF members will reach out to you and we'll initiate that conversation and we'll get you going. We'll figure out what it is you're looking for. Figure it out how it is to get you to your next goal. Figure out maybe if it's just you need clarity. Like, you want to start a business, you just don't know where to start. you're not alone there either. We help with that too. So we're here to help you, but we need to know how. And it starts with you either typing 3 or messaging myself, Liam, or David. So that being said, turn it over to Liam to say goodnight.
I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking time out of your Thursday to sit with us for this hour, 14 minutes, 15 minutes now. We really appreciate you guys showing up, because without you guys, this wouldn't be anything. So thank you again. And another shout out to Lee Bunn for making these sweet hats. And thank you again, David, for last week. If you guys haven't had any permission to succeed, we're giving it to you now.
Boom. Well said, brother. With that, I got nothing else. Remember, next week, there will be no Thursday training. However, I did see quite a few BBs dropping into the group there. So we will be seeing quite a few of you next Saturday. And I can't wait to drop all that value for you guys. So with that being said, have an amazing rest of your week. Amazing weekend. If you ever need us, message us, drop a 3. Peace.